Hey guys, it's Mary and today I made a tutorial for this beautiful look. It is like a neutral eye with a pop of pink. I think it's a great way to jazz up your everyday look and it's also perfect for the spring. So let me give you a closer look. Just like pink and brown in the crease and a shimmery color on the lid. Very pretty. So if you want to know how to get this look, stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes using Urban Decay Primer Potion. Because it is the best eye primer there is. It's going to make your eyeshadow stay for as long as you want. It's not going to come off until you take it off with makeup remover. See, I'm making sure that I'm putting it all over my eye, but I'm creating special emphasis on the lid because that's where I'll be putting a pigment, and I really want the pigment to glue to my eye, you know? Because the rest are pressed eyeshadows, which I have less trouble keeping in my eyes. Now moving on to the pigment, I'm using a kind of like pinkish pigment with like this golden yellowish iridescence. This is the color. Come on camera, focus. Focus please. Okay, yeah, so that's the color. And this camera's not focusing. It is by Mica Cosmetics. Let me show you. And again, focus camera. Mica Beauty Cosmetics, and the color is Sunrise 102. Yeah, but now I'm making sure that I'm patting all the excess off to prevent any flyaways or fallouts. And I'm using this very tiny brush to apply it. And yeah, I'm putting it on my eyes, all over the lid, using a patting motion. Just because if you rub it, you're going to have more fallouts than you would honestly like. And yeah. Now moving on to the other eye, same thing. Patting motions, being very careful not to get any fallouts. But I mean, even if you get them, it's okay. You just can wipe it off with a towelette before applying the rest of your face makeup. And that's it. Now using kind of like this angled brush, very fluffy, I'm going to blend the edges out. But only the edges. I don't want like the pigment to come off. Now I'm using this matte pink. It's called Free to Be by MAC, but it's just a matte pink. You can probably get another brand if you wanted to. And I'm using a flat shader brush. Although I'm applying this color on my crease using a windshield wiper motion. But the reason why I'm applying it with a shader brush rather than a dome-shaped brush is because I don't want to blend the color too much. Because if you blend the color too much, your eyes are going to look irritated rather than pink. It's just going to look like you have allergies, not like you have pink eyeshadow in your eyes. Oh my gosh, I look crazy right now. But yeah. I'm using again windshield wiper motion, and I'm bringing it down to the outer corner a little bit and lightly blending it out with the same brush. These angled fluffy brush. Now to tone the eyeshadow down a little bit, I'm grabbing a skin color eyeshadow with the same flat shader brush and applying it to my brow bone. This serves two purposes. First, like, you know, highlight your eyes and stuff, but also to make the lines from your pink crease a little bit less sharp. Now the next thing I'm going to do, using a dome shader brush, I'm going to grab a matte light brown. This one's called Saddle by MAC, and it has a slightly kind of warm reddish tone to it. And yeah, I'm going to add a little bit to the crease using windshield wiper motions. Not too much though, because I don't want to cover all of the pink. I just want to tone it down a notch. Yeah. And I might as well bring it down a little bit too. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now, same angled fluffy brush. I'm grabbing a darker brown. This one's called Brown Down by MAC. It also has some sort of reddish undertones, but it's a darker brown than Saddle. And first off, I'm going to add this to the outer crease of my eye and then bringing it down to the corner to darken those areas out first, because those are kind of the areas that need more depth in order to give your eyes a good shape. And yeah, I'm going to make sure it's dark enough to give, you know, my eyes something interesting to see. And now with my dome-shaped brush, I'm bringing it in a little bit to the crease. And yeah, that's it. And with my fingers, I'm kind of blending out a little bit the brown too. And also, again, kind of with the flat shader brush, making sure I'm blending all the edges out a little bit. And then I'm going to blend the whole eye out with this fluffy brush. I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of like flat, fluffy brush somehow. And yeah, I'm just going to blend the whole thing out. Now, I'm going to line my eyes using a black liner. This one's Physicians Formula. The thing is, I used the one for green eyes when I obviously have brown eyes, because these ones have like this little glittery sparkles. The ones for brown eyes have purple sparkles, the ones for blue eyes have blue, and the ones for green eyes have green. But the ones in the green are a lot more discreet than the ones in the brown, like the eyeliner for brown eyes. So I prefer to use this one instead. And yeah, I really suck at lining my eyes. But yeah, I'm going to try. And yeah, I'm wanting to get a very thin line. However, I want it to be noticeable. So yeah, I'm keeping it close to my lash line and winging it out just a little bit. Yeah, it should be thick enough to be noticeable, but thin enough not to overpower the eyeshadow. Now I'm doing the other side. I'm pretty bad at lining my eyes, but what I like to do is line my eyes using small strokes rather than one big stroke. I'm going from the center out and then going over it again from the inner part towards kind of like the center. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm using the Tweezerman lash curler. And since I have like really hard to curl lashes, I'm going to hold the lash curler there for like 10 seconds, making sure that it is close to my lash line, so it is curling every one of my lashes. And now I'm going to coat them using Lashblast 24 Hour Stay by Covergirl. Oh, it's flipped. Yeah. And I'm making sure I'm coating all of my lashes and like I'm building in the product. I'm making sure I'm getting the tip of my lashes and the outer lashes. Those are the most important. And then after I've applied my mascara, I like to kind of just run through with a flat shader brush or like, I don't know, whatever brush I used on my lid. I like to run it through just to make sure that there are not any like ugly black clumps of mascara on my lid. And that's it for the eyes. Now for my cheeks, I'm using a very discreet blush. And since I have pink on my eyes, I don't want like to have pink all over my face. So I'm using a corally blush. This one's by Mary Kay. It's called Coral Sunrise. It looks like this. It's going to fall. Yeah, it looks like this. It has some sort of goldeny shimmers. I'm using this very fluffy blush brush. And I'm just going to put it on the brush. Make sure I'm taking it off. I smile and put it on my apples and then blend it out. That's the best way of applying blush, because then you know that you're putting it in the right place. That's the best way of applying brush. You don't apply brush, you apply blush. And yeah. And then after I've applied all the blush in the cheeks, I like to bring it kind of like to my whole face, just so I have color all over my face. And not just in the cheeks, like a very creepy China doll. And yeah, lastly, I'm going to put this pinkish lipstick. It's called Paradise Pink by Mary Kay. It looks like this. Okay. And yeah, that's it for the makeup tutorial. I hope you find it useful. Comment, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye! I need to like do this. Shut up, dog. Dog. And they're here. This gorgeous makeup look that it's kind of like a neutral, okay, no, kind of like this gorgeous look like such as South Africa, Covergirl. They have the best eyeliners, not eyeliners, mascaras. Let me give you a perfect look. Ah! Stay tuned. Bye. Bye. Stay tuned. Bye. No, stay tuned. I'm doing the tutorial. Not stay tuned. Bye. So sure, stay tuned, but I'm leaving. Like, you're just going to see an empty wall teaching you how to do the makeup. That's how cool YouTube has gotten. You don't need a guru to learn.